What is it now, Pinkus? Peter Nameless don't like the black moss?
No, they were happy about it, but had already used up most of my reserves. Do you think it possible to grow more of this?
Let's look. Sure, I can grow more of it, no problem. But I need a favor first.
They stood eye to eye, barely twitching. Would they come to an accord? Nobody knew.
I take that as a yes?
Please do. Yes.
Great. I've recently fixed up this skelly, and I need you to check if it's all there up in the old noggin.
So you want me to get into the mind of this skeleton here?
And follow a couple of instructions, yes.
I have to get a new coat anyway.
Great. Now move around a little bit.
Right away. I must say, Sulady, it's quite endearing being part of your little experiments.
Aye, and there's more I need you to do. Lift that crate over there.
Lifting? Is that really necessary?
It's very important, Pinkus.
Ah, things of importance. That is, of course, where I excel the most.
Now, how does that feel?
It is rather heavy.
Heavy? Ah. How would you describe the heaviness?
Sort of the straining kind.
All right, thank you. Carry it over there, please. It's, essential to my research.
Ah, essential, of course.
Good job, Pinkus. Could you perceive the very essential experience you just went through?
I mean, considering its essentiality, it was, of course, quite marvelous. Carrying that extraordinarily heavy crate around.
Great, thanks. Now, there's a couple of lamps I need to snuff out.
Lamps? Really? Isn't that something an actual skeleton could handle?
Nah, they only light the lamps. I want to see if they can smother a flame in case of emergency.
Ah, yes. You never want to be underprepared for such eventualities, of course. Now, how was that?
Huh?
The lamp. Didn't I douse it very gracefully?
Oh, yeah, you did.
You're sure you need me to repeat that?
Aye. Might seem stupid to you, but repetition is crucial in science.
Ah, I of course knew that myself. I just wanted to see if we were still on the same page.
Sure we are. Grand. Now, one last check. Your auditory functions. Ask old Gertrude how she's doing.
Oh, are you truly convinced that this is necessary? I mean, I can hear you quite clearly.
It rounds off the experiment. Wouldn't want to put all that work in jeopardy now, would we?
Well, no. Let's get to her then.
And remember, I need you to really listen to her.
Greetings, Gertrude. How are you doing today?
Ah, Teresa. Finally, somebody decent enough to ask this old figurehead how she's doing. Oh, I don't even know where to begin. 3 weeks ago, A turtle was nibbling on my rib cage, and nobody heeded my calls for help. Just because I don't feel it, it doesn't mean it isn't there, you know.
Definitely. You see, I have to...
And then these charlatans, Pete and the Nameless One, they send their little creatures over here teasing me, like I'm some kind of scarecrow. If I were a couple of centuries younger, they'd crumble at the thought of mocking me. And do you know how long I've been asking the Marley to sail backwards just once? She's not the one forever pounded by waves, is she?
Ah, all of that sounds horrible, Gertrude. I didn't know you were facing all these difficulties.
Oh, thank you so much, my dear. Getting all that off my chest already feels rather wonderful.
I'm glad I could help.
Need something, matey?
Likely a poor
What can I do you
choice.
for?
Now, what are the results of the experiment?
3.53.
3.5. Is it possible, Lady, that you've just mocked me?
Oh, entirely possible, yes.
So talking to old Gertrude was part of that sham, too?
Somebody has to listen to her once in a while. Get some of that weight off her soul. Chin up, Pinkus. You did a good deed today. Now hand over that tobacco and be patient.
You know, 6 chapters of my memoirs are entirely devoted to my patients already. I was actually considering whether...
And done. There.
That was quick. That's twice as much as I had before. Would you be willing to describe this process in detail to me?
Really? Including all the big science words?
Especially them. My memoirs are desperately lacking a scientific perspective. And I don't know if that sort of thing interests you, but now that I've got that much tobacco, I'd happily share.
Yeah, why the hell not? I've been working all day. Here, gimme. Now I know why you wanted to get that back. Now, on to the process. First, I had to get the soul energy structure of what you gave me. Wasn't much left, so I had to pull a few tricks or it would have been a bust. And that's how I did it.
Astounding, really. How have we never talked about all this before?
You never asked.
It seems it's equally important to listen to you once in a while, then. You've given me much to write about. I'll have to withdraw to my study to put the finishing touches on this chapter. Thanks again, Lady.
See you around, Pinkus. And don't forget that copy you promised me. Autographed and all.
Don't worry. That request is already part of my memoirs. I like the taste of it. A new chapter in my memoirs. It's often at the end of my chapters when I have the strong urge to rewrite its title. As it turns out that no one day in the life of a pirate is like the other. On some days you may be robbed and swindled of your belongings. On others you'll possess a skeleton to collect moss with the texture of bird droppings. But on the best of them, you learn about the endless intricacies of soul energy structure and seed multiplication. And, most importantly, spend time with your astounding crewmates who make this adventure all the more exciting.
It appears the fire thralls are disturbing the dead at Angler's grave. Now why would they do that? A special prize, perhaps? Aye, A black pearl lies buried there. I recently picked up on it, and so did they.
How do we get to it before they do?
We need someone to tell us the right grave. We could ask Yolanda, the graveyard keeper.
Taken in for questioning, was she?
Her soul carries the scent of a black pearl. Free her, and the location of the pearl could be ours. There is another, a certain Richard, who also bears the mark of the pearl's presence. It seems he's actually trying to tell the Inquisition where to find the pearl, but his words are falling on deaf ears. Listen in quietly, and their arrogance could be your bargain. Whichever one we choose, our path will lead to the graveyard. Now, choose our landing, Navigator.
Von Pressler, at your service.
Teresa stands ready.
About time! You're a tease.
Finally.
To taste the soul of another.
The White Crow stands ready.
They really believe order is to be above all.
The verdict is...
Nothing to do with me.
Teresa,
I follow.
ready to serve.
That's all you have in you.
Swift
Well,
justice.
it'll have to do.
Get ready to strike.
Who dares
Disturbs
disturb
my
me?
sacred task.
Stop! Your place is here.
Seems like no one received your message. Are you getting scared?
You will not get a rise out of me.
How long has it been?
Let's take another view.
Aesthetically... Prepare for death. The expect... Raise with your legs. Impossible. The dish takes shape.
My
We have the advantage of memories. Move like water, blood and silence.
I enjoy seeing you work, Shipcook.
Raise with your legs. A refined decision. Let's add some flavor. Preparing the ingredients.
What do we have here?
An ambush in the making.
Why don't you go ahead and fetch him then?
The dish takes shape.
This so...
We have the advantage of memories.
I've seen crabs more intimidating than you.
Your spout will be your demise.
My sight
I follow the
is
path.
far.
A foe well done.
This infestation.
The white crop.
You
like tasting wine.
Once our prognosticator is here, your soul will be bent into subject.
I can't do that, surprisingly.
Do you remember? What was
A ghostly pleasure.
Thank you, lost soul. Don't see many of you in these parts anymore. Now I can guess why you're here. You're after the Black Pearl, eh? Have it then. I'll mark the place where it's buried on your map. Just get it out of my yard before the Inquisition finds it, eh?
I can be anywhere. Nakama. Yokai! A simple method of deception. Very traditional.
Made that noise.
Was it?
Von Preiswald, at your service.
Difficult to say. We definitely should have tortured him a little bit. Just
Let's change perspective.
Balanced to perfection.
Pinkus.
One less soul to taste. Strange.
I stand for
start.
it.
My grasp of this...
Unleash.
I'll do what I'm so exhausting.
Death comes to greet you. Anyone hungry? Move like water.
My strength returns.
Such stars. This will ruin my coat. I have to get a new coat anyway.
Working the graves here must be quite something.
Aye.
I imagine it's quite energizing. There are certainly enough souls around.
Always good to have company on the job, eh?
Two souls. Preparing the ingredients.
That was no mere animal.
Simple.
Oh?
Total defeat. I will be back. It will be done.
What horrid thing made that noise?
Move with speed. A foe, raise with your legs. Hey!
Foreign tracks?
A leaf on the
What
wind.
is this?
Nakama. The dish takes shape. Sliced to pieces.
Easy Vincent. We've done this sort of thing before.
It will be done.
That was not a mere animal.
A ghostly pleasure.
You must describe.
Such dirt. One less soul to taste.
The signature technique.
Let's get a better view.
We may return. And again. Yokai!
All right now. Who was that? We should have burned these weeds.
Strike with precision. Raise with your legs.
turning this place upside down. Where to look? Lots of ambitions in this one.
Once more unto the justice has been granted.
Well, now. Stick them with the point, of course. And
Move like water.
we must back and forth. Your trademark, Toya?
Move with speed.
A strange noise.
To taste the soul of
Treasure this moment, Marley. Judgment is at hand. Still breathing.
7
Still
deaths.
sane.
That is indeed the Black Pearl. Now, bring it back on deck.
Achtung!
I'm here.
The work is done. We return.
You, the one the abomination calls Navigator. I wish to speak with you.
Still clinging on, Inquisitor? Not for much longer, I think.
The ship's soul has retreated for now. I have questions, Navigator. I know every cursed member of this crew. You are new.
Aye. And I've had a hand in freeing the Mali from your grasp.
The nerve. You stumbled into a scheme years in the making, only to sow chaos at the last minute.
Save your frustration. You'll need it when we sail away with the treasure.
Confident for someone who clearly doesn't know the treasure's true nature.
I never cared to ask. I trust the Marley.
Lies. You already harbor suspicion. I see it written on your rotting face.
I've had my fill of insults for today.
What will it be, Navigator? Will you rise to meet your destiny? Or will you keep flailing blindly?
The cursed make their own destiny. In that, the distinction between us could not be greater.
Senora.
Ah, good. I need a distraction right now.
Ah, Senora. I must say, you are harboring quite the unusual guest.
Let's not talk about her. How about another expedition into the deeper holds?
You're eager today.
I'm getting rather annoyed at the constant secrecy about this treasure. You wouldn't know where to find a few insightful memories.
All you need do is ask, Signora.
Oh, this feels different. How far down is this hold? No.
Bigger secrets are buried deeper. A word of caution. We are entering dangerous waters. Not even I can fully shield us from the Marley's gaze here. Best do our business quickly, huh?
Always move forward.
Why can I only unleash recent memories? Why can I only capture a single island?
Because I made it that way.
But why? I could do so much more.
I've seen where unlimited power leads, Marley. It makes a soul less than human.
I am not human, Captain.
You are where it counts. I never wanted a tool or a weapon, no matter what Teach and the others said. I wanted a partner, a ship I could rely on, a soul who'd dare eternity with me.
These are getting more personal.
Indeed. One might think we are on the brink of a major discovery.
As if you don't already know.
Contrary to popular belief, I do not know everything. Playing cards would be terribly boring otherwise.
Consider it done. That memory over there, it's different.
Let us hope this is it. The Marley's awareness is closing in.
I like these odds. Blink. I like that.
Captain, what is this?
A creature from the deepest below, drawn into our world by the curse of lost souls.
I can sense it through your memory. It's like me.
When I found it on that forgotten island, I reached out to it, fool that I was. I almost lost myself in its maddening power. But I also stole a sliver of its soul. Enough to infuse a ship.
It's me. I was born from this.
Aye, Marley. You've inherited one of the most fearsome powers of this world and beyond. The power of the Time Soul.
Signora, the Marley is about to notice us.
I hid it, Marley. I hid it with the gold and treasure of 100 voyages. It's still there, on that old forgotten island.
Signora, we must leave now.
Should I ever draw my last breath, it'll fall to you. You must find it, and send it back to the below.
Forgive me, Signora. I got us away in the nick of time.
Reaper's teeth. An ancient soul. Mordecai found an ancient soul.
Indeed, and one of the most fearsome. The Time Soul can manipulate a fundamental law of reality. Even the Marley's power is nothing in comparison.
No wonder Ignatia is after it. And the Marley. I need to digest all this. My thanks again for your help, Jester.
Don't mention it. I am most curious what you will do next. A presto, Signora.
Navigator, is something the matter? You seem stressed.
Everything's fine, Marley. Just planning our next move. I just need a little more time to prepare.